Hey everybody, Steven here, and today I'm looking at the Boltune BH021s. Now, if you followed along with the channel, you know that I've actually already done a video on these right here, but this is actually the latest updated version to this. So the company reached out to me, asked if I wanted to check out the new version, and I said yes. The difference here being from what they said was better sound quality and then better quality with the microphones when you're doing calls. So with this, I want to check that out. Let's go ahead and get this thing unboxed. Then we'll look at the difference between the two. And then I actually have some notes here, so I want to kind of point out what I've been able to find on the listing for this. And one of the big differences in terms of aesthetics, because it's really the same thing, is that this is actually going to be white. It's not going to be black like this other one here. So if you're wanting a white version versus the black one here, that's going to be one of the big differences. Beyond that, there's just based off what I've seen, there's really no difference in terms of the aesthetics. Yeah, they look exactly the same. So with this, once you open it up, it's already trying to actually pair. Pairing is really simple with all of these, and Boltune has been one of my favorite earbuds, wireless earbuds, with all the different variations that I've tried so far. But let's go ahead and get this thing hooked up here. I want to make sure I'm doing the right one too, because I have so many at this point. I need to, there it is. I'm trying to connect to one that I already have. But with this, yeah, you just pull up this. It's not very difficult to actually get these connected. Once you open up the case, it's already going to try to pair for you. Wait for this, click on it, and then you're usually good to go. And that was it. So pairing is very, very simple. Now with this, let's talk about the differences real quick, and then I do want to check the sound quality. I think it's going to be hard to do that with both running at the same time, so I'm going to kind of do that on my own. I'm also going to test these on a bike ride and then doing some stuff at the gym just to make sure that, hey, these actually stay in the ears. I don't think I'm going to have a problem because I didn't have a problem with these, but let's cover specs first. So these both weigh 0.2 ounces per earbud. They do have touch controls, so you're going to want that with this. They are CVC 8.0 in terms of the sound quality, with really noise reduction when you're on phone calls. With this, it says it has hi-fi sound, so it's supposed to have a really deep bass. It's supposed to be rich sound. They said that these are supposed to be better. Like I said, I'm curious to actually see the difference between these two. It does have IPX8, so sweat, dust, anything like that isn't going to be an issue with this. And that really kind of rounds out that. You do get in the box too USB Type-C. I like that for the charging cable with this, which you'll find right here. And then you usually get two different pairs of the plastic tips here, or the rubber tips. So the ones that are on here would be the mediums, you have large, and then you have small. These are going to be clear too versus these are going to be black. So something else to think about with that. And the fit has been phenomenal just with the regular ones. I haven't had to swap them out, but I do like the fact that they actually include that. So let's look at the differences real quick. So this has Bluetooth 5.0 for the old version. This one has Bluetooth 5.1. It's supposed to be 2 times the transmission speed, which is supposed to equate to better, more reliable connection. I've never had a problem with these personally, but some of the other ones that I've used with the Bluetooth 5.0, I've actually had them drop or anything like that. And my phone's in my pocket, it's not far away. So I have noticed issues with other ones, but with the Boltunes, I've actually had no problems with these. So it does have that. Range is 50 feet with these. So it's supposed to be more reliable connection, better transfer speed. But these, in terms of the Amazon listing, it actually shows that this is 65 feet for the range, bearing in mind that is dependent upon how many walls are in between you and your phone or whatever you're actually using to play music with. And then this one's actually going to be 50 feet. I was surprised to see that. Just this seems like if it's Bluetooth 5.0, it should have less range. This should have more. But I usually don't set my phone 50 feet away, but I understand if you're at the gym or something like that, you set it down. Bigger one, and actually I want to take that back. If I'm doing yard work, I have the tendency to let my phone just kind of rest on a table or something like that, and I go about my business, but usually I'm not super far away from it, so that's not an issue. But that was surprising for me. And then with this, we have 40 hours of playtime. This one lists 36. So with both of these, you're getting 6 hours of playtime on the actual earbud in terms of when it's charged. And then with this, you're going to get 36 or 34 hours off of the actual case here, so you can recharge it multiple times. This one, the listing is weird. At one point it says 36 total. At another point it says 34 for the case but 6 for the earbuds, which if I add those together equals 40. So I don't know if that's just something that's wrong with the listing, but it does say that this is 36. I usually don't run these out. I never run the battery all the way down. I never have an issue with that. So, and that's been through all of these. I don't use earbuds all the time. I use them when I'm doing yard work, stuff around the house, and then when I'm on my bike rides or doing some workout stuff. But I usually don't have an issue. About once a week I charge these things up. Plus I have so many at this point. But with this, if you are in a position where this is depleted, both of these have, you plug it in for 10 minutes, you'll get 1 hour playtime. And I've talked about this on other videos. I love when they have that quick charge because, hey, I'm on my way to the gym. I forgot, right? These are depleted. I can charge it on the way to the gym and I'll at least be able to get through my workout with these. So they both have that. And then price point. These are $45 with a 10% off coupon. Those coupons change. So $45 and then, hey, it's 10% this week and then next week it's $5 and then it's 20%. It's going to change, right? These right now are $40, $39.99, and then it has a 20% off coupon. Same thing, that can change. The normal listing price for this is typically $59.99, reduced down to $39.99. I don't think this one actually even said that it had a normal price. Maybe I missed that. Yeah, this one just says $44.99, $45. It doesn't actually give you, hey, it's normally listed at this. So that is going to be it in terms of the biggest differences. Both of these have 2 microphones on them. I like that. I'm going to test that out really quick also with this. So let's actually play just a little bit of music so I can kind of get a feel for this. They always fit snug in the ear. Noise reduction is obviously something that people think about with this. And I've mentioned this on other videos as well. When they have the plastic tips and they fit this well in the ear, it's inherently noise canceling. I wish it had a transparency mode, because this, if I'm riding my bike, I have to sometimes just leave one in because I literally can't hear anything out of this ear. That presents a problem if I can't hear traffic, right? Let's pop both of these in the ear. Touch controls are something to get used to. Now it's connected. You do hold down the button to turn it on. And there it went. So they're both on. Sound quality, really good, just like the other ones. The other thing I like, not all of these do this. I can take one out, right? I mentioned that being on the bike ride, that's something I have to think about. I've had some that they don't actually do that. Like, you have to have both of them in, which can be a bummer with these sometimes because, like I said, there's certain situations where I just need the one in, and that's not an option. Let's go all the way. That gets incredibly loud. Yeah, that's incredibly loud. And then the fit in the ear, it does have that deep, rich bass to it. I've had some where they sound a little more flat. Boltune always has good bass with this. I'm going to try to, like I said, tinker around with maybe I can actually get these to play at the same time. But the sound quality is good. It's just like the other one. I can't quite tell if it's a deeper, richer sound with this, but I'm going to have to spend a little bit more time with it. So what I want to do now is I need to go get the bike ride done. I need to do a little bit of a workout. I need to get some movement in to test these. And we're going to cut back, and then I'm going to talk about my experience with that, and then I'm going to talk about the call quality with this as well. So let's go ahead and cut over. All right, so all done. Went on a bike ride, did a workout, didn't have any issues with this. I do want to point out a handful of things with some of this as well, but one of the big things I want to talk about is really the sound quality, because I did test the two. I couldn't get them to play simultaneously. Instead, what I did is I had one of them in one ear and then the other in the other ear, and so I would switch. I had a song that kind of repeats the same like lyrics and beat over and over again, so I'd wait for these certain sections. I'd listen in one ear and then I'd switch over to the other. Very comparable. There's a subtle improvement. I think it's there. I think it's very subtle. I think for most people, if you just put these in your ear, you're not going to tell. You really have to like try to listen for it. And the thing with it is volume is the same, peak volume, because I listen to these at 100% and then at 50%. They both go up to the same volume level. The big thing with these is that it's a little bit smoother. The treble bass, and these do have good bass. Boltune in general has good bass with all their wireless earbuds. It does have that good bass with everything, but the difference here is this just sounded a little smoother, right? Very subtle, but it was there. The other thing with this is I did test out the microphone, and both of these have 2 mics on each earbud. That I would say was a decent improvement. That one I noticed a little bit more. Now I do a call with my wife and I stand outside and we kind of go back and forth, and then I actually switch with her so I can hear as the person on the other end as well. And I think this is probably one of the best sounding in terms of the microphone quality that I've used for all the wireless earbuds. These are good. I'm not saying that they're not good. They are. But it is that next notch up, and it just is very clear, and it doesn't sound so much like you're far away, which I've experienced with a lot of other wireless earbuds. This actually sounds more like you're on a headset, or like the microphone's really close to you. So I say the call quality with this is very, very good. I was actually really impressed with that. Beyond that, for the bike ride, I didn't have any issues with anything in terms of them feeling like they're going to fall out or anything like that. I did mention before that these are kind of inherently noise canceling just because of the fit in the ear. With that, I had 1 or 2 moments where a car passed me, I didn't hear it. So this is definitely one of those situations where I'm either going to have to leave one earbud out, or I'm going to have to kind of like twist the fitting a little bit so it still feels secure, but there's a little bit of that ear canal open so I can actually hear the kind of ambient noise around me. That just, for me, when I'm riding around the neighborhood, it's a little bit dangerous if I can't hear what's going on around me. I don't want to be hit by a car, right? Now, if I'm on a trail and I know there's not going to be a lot of stuff going on, I'm going to put them both in. I'm just going to go, right? Same thing for workouts. Workout went really, really well. And that's another thing where I did test distance, right? Now, my studio that I own is a 30 by 45. So I put the phone down in a corner and I walked to the other side and didn't have any problems. Once I go outside, obviously I have like 2 layers of walls between me and this, so that's when it starts to break up. But if I set this down, didn't have any problems. So I'm not gonna have any problems when I'm doing yard work, which is really the more practical application, I think, is something like that. At the gym, I don't foresee people setting their phone down somewhere and then walking off. It just is one of those things where it's usually in your pocket. You're not actually leaving it somewhere. And you're not going to leave it in your locker and then hope that any wireless earbud actually has the capacity to kind of do the Bluetooth and connect to the earbuds through all those layers of wall, right? Just depending on how big your gym is. But working out was fine. Didn't feel like they were going to slip out or anything like that. Had 0 problems. Touch controls worked well. Didn't have any problems with those. For the bike ride, I did try to film myself also. It's not flattering in terms of the angle, because I've tried it before and I've done it where like I hold the camera, but that's kind of dangerous. So I leave it in the little kind of pouch that I have where I put my phone, the holder on the bike. So I try to do that. I'll show a picture of it. It's not, like I said, it's not flattering footage with that, but like I said, didn't have any problems. It was really, really good. So sound quality, a little bit better, a little bit more smooth in terms of just the quality with it. Volume is the same with this, though. It doesn't get louder. The calling, that I could tell a big improvement. That was definitely a huge notch, or a good notch of improvement with that. And especially if anybody's doing calls, I would recommend this over potentially this. And it's not that this is bad at all either. This one was actually really good. It's just a little bit better. So kind of thinking about which one would I recommend or choose, it really is dependent upon what you're looking for with this, right? This is going to be just a little bit cheaper. This is the newest version. The connection with the Bluetooth 5.1, I had 0 problems with this on the bike ride and at the gym, right? Outside of like, all right, I'm trying to actually push this to actually drop this. Other than that, 0 problems. They both have the IPX rating. This has a little bit more battery life. And then, like I said, the microphone being one of those things that this would be the bigger draw. But that's up to you guys. I do want to mention also with this, a couple things I just didn't cover. The light right here, when you open this up, white is going to be 75% to 100% battery. And then it goes to, I believe, yellow, 50 to 75%. And then orange is 25 to 50. And then red is 0 to 25. I'm never usually running these all the way down, so I haven't had that, but I do like the fact that they include some indicator for the battery life with this. That works for both of these. So We have that, and then the magnets on the inside that actually, when you open this up, you pull it out and then you pop it back in, it actually just clicks right in. That's pretty common with all the wireless earbuds, but it's there. So that's gonna wrap this video up. I definitely recommend either one. It's just, what are you looking for with this? And then, is price a factor? Microphone, sound quality is pretty comparable, right? Battery life, the extra 4 hours, is that something that you need with this or not? But that is going to be up to you guys. So if you guys have questions about this, maybe something I didn't cover, let me know in the comment section. If you guys like the video, hit the like button for me. If you want to continue to follow along with all my content, hit the subscribe button for me. Thanks so much for watching.